Hello and welcome back to Wheel Wednesday, where I spin this wheel and then do the prompt that the wheel gives me. And the prompts are given to me by you, the viewer. Today's prompt was from BabyBingus, and it was a Bushmaster, the snake, that is the master of the bush. And I took the master of the bush part very literally, as in master of a bush, and not like outside in nature. So I think when I made this file, I accidentally had it on CMYK, and I thought that would show up more of me switching that, because I paused the recording to switch it, but I guess not. So now I just kind of, I could have not brought that up, and people would be probably none the wiser. But too late for that. Anyways, I'm going very literal on the bush part of Master of the Bush. And I did look up a reference for a Bushmaster snake, because I could not think of one off the top of my head of what that would look like. And it is a large, like, gold and black snake. At least, unless all the images I looked at were completely wrong, which, I mean, technically could be the case, but I would like to think that it is a gold and black snake. So that's what I went with. And right now I'm just trying to get the bush that it's going to be in down, and yeah, I decided that these bright neon green leaves are not quite what I'm going for. And I do kind of leave some of that bright greenness, just because, you know, what if I actually don't hate it later? Hint, I was gonna say I do hate it later, but like I don't get rid of that stuff, but I do put different colors on top of it. And now onto the snake itself. Hooray! Yep, I mean, for the most part, it is just a regular snake. Although near the end, and probably by the thumbnail, depending on when you're watching this, if it's the premiere thumbnail or the regular one, you'll be able to tell that it's wearing a crown and some gold necklaces. So, you know, got to look a little fancy to be the master of the bush. At least beyond being just a snake that is called a Bushmaster. I do use symmetry, I know, cheating. But, you know, I wanted it to be symmetrical. Perfectly in the middle. And, well, snakes don't exactly have completely random scale patterns on each side of their body, so yeah. Symmetry tool. I mean, I do, of course, eventually turn off the symmetry tool, but I don't know why I'm defending it. I know only some people consider it like quote-unquote cheating when doing digital art, but like, it's really not that big of a deal. Anyway, now I'm back into doing highlights and shading and more scales. Lots of scales in this one. It's almost like it's a snake or something. At this point, I'm just thinking to myself, this guy is way too in the dark. I need some highlights, which is something that I think I struggle with still a bit, knowing when I need way brighter brights. Like, I think even yesterday's art was kind of muted. Need some more highlights. I mean, honestly, at this point, it's just a lot of detailing until the crown, at least. It's just highlights, little scales, some shadows, the eyeballs, and then near the end I work more on the leaves of the bushes themselves. But like from this point on, it's going to be mostly small details, at least from what I remember. It's mostly small details. Man, yapping about random stuff is difficult. I don't know what to talk about. Like, it's a snake. But I feel obligated to yap during the whole 10-minute yap session every Wednesday. That's my own self-placed obligation, though. I don't know if anyone would really care if I talked the whole 10 minutes. I also do the strategy of things in shadow get much less detail. So in the darker areas, like, I give them no detail. So I'm doing scales near the head, and then as I went further back, I just kind of stopped giving it any scales, and it's just that orangey brown color for the body. Now I'm on to the crown, made of gold. And I was kind of practice rendering gold this past weekend. Only a little bit, but I think it helped. Definitely got me to choose the colors out faster than thinking, what does gold look like again? Especially with the reflection being kind of weird on gold sometimes. At least the shadow one. The light one is very easy because it is just bright light. But the shadow can sometimes be a weird green color. Or I guess a reflection of stuff. I mean, in this case it would definitely be a weird green color because it's all green stuff, but anyways. It's not like the fanciest crown or anything. I just kind of thought of generic crown shape when I made it. And then I had to bling out the neck. Give him some gold necklaces. Not chains. Those are definitely not chains, but gold beads of some sort. And I feel like that's basically all the snake done after this, if I recall correctly. I might do some more shadows and stuff, but I'm pretty sure after this it's just working on leaves. And so that's what I do. I did not use a reference for the leaves or anything. Maybe I should have. I just kind of felt like trying to make it look crazy and wild. And, you know, like leaves. Or at least as close to leaves as I can get without a reference. And also not being the main focus of the piece. So, like, I can cut a few corners. Or a lot of corners. Oh yeah, I forgot. I give him the little tip of a forked tongue. Just poking out. And now it's probably leaves for the rest of the time. And I do end up adding little branches. And then painting leaves over them. Because, you know, that's how branches work. Most of the time, at least. Leaves on top. And I had previously forgotten to put any in at all, so it was just leaves with no support anywhere. Or even illusions of support. Other than, I guess, the snake. We can say that the snake is holding up the bushes, right guys? And the leaves grow directly from its body? Question mark? Yeah. Let's go with that. Or maybe not, since there are going to be branches, but for now, let's go with that. And there are the branches. Really hyping up these branches for them to be just tiny little lines. But you know, sometimes small details like that are just nice to have. And I'm pretty sure that's basically it. Yep. So anyway, thanks for listening. Bye bye.